it's he brought up Ben Simmons regarding the Wiggins thing, and I hate when we do this in society, comparative shopping. You went through this, and this guy went through that, or this family went through that, and look how they reacted versus how you. Like, how people deal with stuff in their life is how each one of us deals with stuff. Like, you're a product of your environment and the people surrounding you, and how Bonte reacts to something that happens in his life is not how I will react. Sometimes we'll overlap and have similar reactions. I did think we went overboard on Ben Simmons, just in general. And I don't want to, again, I'm not comparing severities of what people are going through. That's not what I'm getting at. But what I'm saying is that I think the media, the fans, etc., just crush the soul of Ben Simmons. Now, we can argue about professionalism and his mental state of mind and all those things, and it's very difficult to get inside his head. I'm not here to do that. There was also a physical ailment where it was his back and whatnot. We destroyed Ben Simmons. And in a weird way, it reminded me of that Britney Spears episode from South Park. I don't know if you remember that.
Nah.
Where it felt like we had to get our pound of flesh as a society on Ben Simmons. And it never really sat right with me.
No, I mean, we did crush. And George Kittle, we're going to play some sound. George Kittle was on the podcast and discussed the mentals when people post clips of a player failing and looking bad and how that could affect somebody's mentals instead of uplifting them. And that's, I guess you got to be mentally tough. My mentals have been shaken. Last Wednesday, we sent out a show tweet about Andrew Wiggins. It wasn't worded properly, but the conversation was, hey, how do the fans feel about Andrew Wiggins? And we waited a month. We had not talked about it. And for people to come at Shasky and I the way they did, I was angry. I was angry at I was angry. Mm-hmm. Because I thought people looked at a tweet and said, oh, show a shot. Yeah, Bonte, Joe, they just yelled.
Like we were being reckless.
Yeah. We have never been reckless on the show. We respect everybody's mentals, everybody's privacy, and we respected Andrew Wiggins. That bothered me because all I try to do is do a great job on this show. All we try to do is be entertaining every single day
and be true to ourselves.
And be true to ourselves and just be fans.
Others.
And be fans.
Yeah.
We're not going to try to hurt Andrew Wiggins or anybody.
And believe me, we're not perfect.
And people still came down our road. Some clown wrote an article about me talking about, hey, you're going to lose your job next. It's like, damn. Don't even know me, dude.
Well,
so so to that point, I do have empathy about athletes, what they have to go through in today's age. Some fans are just irrational.
I don't want to equate what we do to professional sports, but it's small. We're on if there was a ladder, they're at the top, and we're all the way at the very bottom in terms of criticism. But I'll be the first to admit it, and I hear a lot of people. I don't care what others think. I do. I want to be liked. I want the audience to like me. When I see people in the YouTube chat that are trolling and stuff, I'd be lying if I said it doesn't hurt me. It does. It bothers me. To some level, do I have to ignore it? Of course I do. But I would also admit that, come on, man. I don't like when people come at my family. They come at my physical appearance. They come at you or your physical appearance or stereotypes or things like that. And I'm not here to say that I'm perfect. Believe me, I know that we put ourselves in these positions, and part of it is the criticism that comes with it. I understand that. But I also understand that there's a level of sensitivity that I have as a human being, and I struggle really hard with facing the criticism. And I'd be lying if I didn't say, when people write articles about us, I read every comment. You and I this was fun. We went up against each other in a bracket.
Right.
And I said to you guys in the thread, I admitted it. I'm like, I don't want to lose to Bonte in this bracket. We're in this stupid little bracket online, and it's so niche. It's niche and niche. People listening to have no idea what we're talking about. There's a media bracket, and I'm like, I want to win because I want to be liked by people, and I want people to like our show and bring more people into the tent and be successful. Who doesn't want to be good at what they do? And when I see people criticize the show, A, I try to listen, is that a valid critique, number one? And B, can we get better? Can we grow? And how can I win that person over?
Right.
And so I can't even imagine being a Ben Simmons or being someone like Mike McGlinchey who's being crushed online for their play. If I feel it, I don't know how these guys do it. I really don't. I really don't know how they go through it.
You are listening to 95.7 The Game, KGMZ, FM and ASU1, San Francisco, always live on the free Odyssey app. Warriors Wednesday brought to you by Freeman's Appliance, a trusted name since 1922. Visit freemansappliance.com today. Now, I told you about the bracket. I didn't even bring it up that I beat you. I don't care. I think it was an honor just to be part of the bracket.
Well, I agree with that.
People recognize that.
But on whether or not a teasing level between two of us,
I knew
of course I wanted to win.
I know you wanted to win bad.
And I admit those things.
Yeah, but I personally don't care.
But that's who I am.
When people rip us,
that's who I am.
Well, see, here's the problem that I have with the job.
What's that?
Okay, here's the thing. And athletes can't do it either, and we can't do it.
What's that?
people rip us online. I like to talk trash.
Yeah, you like to have fun.
I come from the inner city, public schools, where if you don't learn how to talk back, you're going to get roasted even more.
Absolutely.
So you had to learn how to talk back.
Cap back.
So my problem is when people do clap at me, I'll go into the YouTube chat and clap back. And then people say, well, you got to be above that. You do this or you do that. Why did the rules change? Why can't I just be normal like the rest of the people and talk back? Well, I love clapping back. And if you got the balls to clap at me, let me clap back and don't judge me for doing it. That's what I like to do. So now I just take a step back off of Twitter because people say things about me. They've been saying things about me since the afternoon delight. I don't care. I don't give a damn no more. Personally, that's why I don't read the comments. I don't bother with it, but I like to clap back. And there's always a problem. Oh, Bonte, you too me, man. Why you clapping back? You're a bully. Blah 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 blah. That's not fair. That's a double standard. It's a double standard. There's a lot of double standards in this game, in life, in the media, and with athletes. So that's it's all good. You can clap at me, but I'm going to clap back. That's me personally. But best believe, I don't really give a damn what you have to say about me.
But that doesn't mean that it doesn't hurt some people.
I want to be liked.
Like
I want to be liked, and I think I am liked.
Yeah.
And I love talking to people, fans, and everything like that. But it's turns to the Xfinity Mobile text line, or somebody says something in the comment section or a chat. I don't care.
No, I know you don't. But
just don't come at my family.
Well, that's off limits. So this is where I'm going with this. So like all this stuff that's surrounding Wiggins, and I know that it's gone absolutely wild online in terms of speculation, which is so unfair. And I think about my family. My dad feels like the need to defend me in comment sections on Facebook, and I tell him every week. I have the same conversation with him every week. Dad, don't get in the comment section arguing with people. I struggle at it. I can't have you doing it. And then you're making yourself a target. You're going to say something that you regret. It's going to be a poor reflection on us as a family. And you know why he does it? Because he loves me and he really cares about me. Now put yourself in like Mike McGlinchey's family's face as people are destroying. And I've taken runs at Mike McGlinchey, and it's part of the give and take. And I think some is fair, some isn't. To me, it's the personal stuff. That's the part where I draw the line. And that's where I think this Wiggins thing, I'm fascinated by how we're covering it. I feel like the media in general has avoided the personal stuff. Yep. And now what we've tried to do is navigate not the personal stuff, navigate the basketball stuff.
But let me say this, because I heard Kyrie Irving the other night, and he blamed the media for the John Morant stuff. Oh, the media overblew it. The media. I don't see the media posting pictures about John Morant being 10 years old. That's fans. I don't see the media cooking up videos about John Morant being Cambridge for 8 miles.
It was him in his Instagram. He put it out there publicly.
The fans, too.
Yes, agreed.
Same thing. The fans are the ones investigating Andrew Wiggins and coming up with these erroneous rumors.
Yes.
That's not the media. That's the fans. So that's my problem sometimes. It's like this personal stuff in private. A lot of fans will come at you and say, hey, man, Andrew Wiggins, that's off limits.
How many
but
DMs?
It's a lot of fans who are asking the questions about Andrew Wiggins, and a lot of fans could cut up the rumors. So that's
how many DMs do we get per day sending us stuff online
all the time?
Wiggins, Debo, Ayuk, McGlinchey, like B. My DMs are filled with people, and I love that they send me stuff, and I try to acknowledge every person who reaches out to us. Right. But like that's what we do, and I think the hard part now is you have traditional media that came up the old school way. I did not. I'm probably one of the more new hybrid, media people, and then you have fan blogs, fan sites, and I don't view them lesser than. I just think it's a different perspective. That's the way I view them because that's how I came up, and I appreciate their voice at the table. Where I think it gets reckless is the lack of accountability. If I say or do something that crosses the line, I could get fired. And I know because I've heard from people, Damon, who told me day one, Joe, you're either going to get fired for saying too much or not enough. Yep. And he is right. Every time we even get as close to that line as possible, I worry about getting in trouble. And that's why when our thing happened about a week ago online, I was worried. It was like that misrepresented the conversation, number one, and it was taken completely out of context, and it was a poorly worded tweet. But at no point have we crossed into the personal of Andrew Wiggins. I've truly tried to avoid that because I know in my own small little universe, I don't want people coming in my family.
I'm not going to lie. I was worried for the first time in a long time. Because of what I do on television, representing the Warriors, representing the station.
Why would you jeopardize that?
Face. And so for people to come down our roads about that poorly worded tweet, which didn't represent the conversation that we had, and we had a great conversation. We took a lot of calls about it. Everybody was respectful of Andrew Wiggins, but all of a sudden, I start getting finger pointers like, boy, is your job going to be happy about this? Or NBC, and I'm thinking like, damn. Oh, what's next? What's next?
Well, and I think the hard part is this, because I have a lot of friends.
That was tough.
No, I'm thank you for sharing, and I felt bad for you on a variety of levels because of that. Because that didn't represent the conversation. I have a lot of friends that aren't on social media. And I'm so envious of them in many aspects.
I am too.
The good and bad of this is that I have to be on social media for the brand, which I hate hearing. But there is a reality to that. It's nice to be able to reach out. And the majority of people interact the right way. The majority of people I interact with online are doing it the right way. But there's a cesspool out there, and I know there's a lot of people listening right now. This is why I'm not on social media. And boy, I envy them in a variety of ways. But part of us having the jobs that we have, which we're so blessed and so lucky, is I got to deal with some of the negative parts of social media. And this is part of that.
Well, you know what? When this is all said and done and this run is over, I will be off social media because it's not real life. And social media is ruining a lot of things. It's ruining sports. It's ruining the way we converse, the way we interact. It's ruining everything.